All right, so next up, let us give these tools to the agent and initialize our agents. Now, for us to do that, firstly, we need to define the tools for the agents. So let's say clean content equals to tool, as we are using this tool got from langchain.agent. And inside this tool, we will be passing 3 arguments. We'll be passing the name of the tool, the function, and the description of the tool. So we can say name of the first tool, which is contents cleaner or contents cleaning, whatever you want to name your tool. Next would be the function. So the function is what would initialize this tool. And for this contents cleaning, we want to use clean content tool. And for the description, we want to give it this description. So let me just add a comment here. Tools for agent. So this is the format, or this is how you can define tools for your agents to use them. So we'll just do the same for the contents validation, the content improver, and for the mini course generation. So we did the same thing for the validate content by giving it a name. The name here is content validation, and we pass the validate content tool. The same for improving content, and the same for the generating mini course. So now that we are done with this, the next thing that we want to do is to initialize the agent the langchain way. I'll just add a little comments. Initialize the agent. And for us to initialize the agent, we need to initialize it as like a function. So for us to create and use the langchain agent, we would first of all need to pass the tool. So these tools that we have passed here, we need to pass the tools here. We also need to pass an LLM and a system message, since we are using OpenAI. You'll see tools, and these tools will be in form of a list. So we'll see clean content, validate content, improve content, and generate mini courses. So these are the tools that we would use in our AI agent. And then we'll need to define the LLM. So we'll still use the chat OpenAI class from langchain OpenAI. And then the arguments that we want, so we would pass the model first. We're still using GPT-4o. But now for the creativity, in terms of creativity, because you want our agent to be a bit creative, we would set the creativity to 0.5. At least this should give the agent a little bit of creativity. And then we would also pass the API key. And after this, we want to now define the system message. So we see. Now, this system message is like an additional instruction for the AI agent. You need to follow these steps and use these tools to achieve this. So that's just what the system message would be all about. And we have defined our system message. And in the system message, this is the instruction that we give the agents. The instruction here is that it says following this step, use these tools, that's these tools that we have defined here, generates mini course using the mini course generation tool. Your final response must be the complete mini course content exactly as generated. No modification, no summaries, no added information, because AI love to add things that you need ask it to add. Then do not add any commentary or status message or any other thing, and then only return the mini course contents. The reason I said this is that I want the AI to follow these rules, because sometimes you may tell an AI to do this and it's going to do X and add Y and add Z and add B and C as well. So this instruction just tells the agents, while you have a little creativity, just don't overdo that creativity. So we also gave it an example of what we want our final response to be. The mini course titles, the introduction, the learning objective, and then the content, and then the mini courses. Let's say course one, course one contents, or rather we can just say course contents. So that is the system message. But then creating or initializing this agents via langchain goes beyond this. So the next thing is to say agents equals to, we need to use this initialize agents method that we got from langchain agents, and then we would pass the tools. So we say tools equals to tools, LLM equals to LLM, uh, agent type. Agent type, we'll say agent type dot zero shot reaction. So for the agent type, we want to give it the zero shot react description. Now, I know that LangChain has a couple of agent type, but let me just explain this one. So now the zero shots react description, it uses the React framework. Now the React framework is defined like this: React framework. And this is when the agents reason before it takes an action. So React is an agent framework where the agent first of all takes the reasoning step before they perform the action. Now the zero shots React description essentially means that we want our agent type to first of all reason before taking the action, and then it should take the action without any memory. So right now we are not going to be using memory in this AI agent. The goal of this particular project is to introduce it to langchain, to introduce it to the to the React framework, and for you to just see how you can build an AI agent using langchain. So next we'll need to define verbose into, we will need to define the verbosity to true, handling set to true as well. The system message, we need to send the system message return direct to true. Okay, so we added handling passing error. We also passed the system message and the redirect. This is redirect, yeah, and the return redirect. Now for this handling passing error, we are telling the agent if there is an error in passing any data or the output, send it back to the agent, and the agent would use that as an observation for the agent to know, okay, this is where it's faulted, this is where it's not working well. And then this return redirect is just for us to ensure that this AI agent, the execution loop would stop once the AI agent, or once the agent has given us an output, and then would have to return the agent. Okay, so what we can do now would be to test this AI agent, test the process file, and test the process URL before we create our Streamlit UI.